Bada boom, bada bing, best day ever. Today, we're going to be going over reasons 1 through 4 as to why you got to just stop using DAX calculated columns, all right? So here we're going to start giving you the rationale why we're eliminating these things. All right, I know we've been building up to this and like we've been kind of alluding to some of them and I've kind of mentioned them, but now we're actually gonna like demark them as to what are these reasons, all right? Okay, so reasons 1 through 4, why are we getting rid of DAX calculated columns, all right? Now, I've got 20 reasons. There's 20 reasons why we're eliminating it. So it's not just these 4. So if you do not hear the like a valid reason for you to eliminate DAX calculated columns, wait till the future video where we get into it. All right. So we're going to keep them rolling. All right. So reasons why we're doing this. Now, these are not in any order. I've got some of the items here on this screen as to like what are they out, why you should eliminate that. But that's only for those of you who only watch like the first 30 seconds of the video or first minute or two, because we're at minute 30 or a minute 30 in. This is not it though. These are some specific reasons. Okay. Number 1. There is no limiting factor on what to do or not do with DAX columns, okay? So you can go in and you can talk to some people and they can give you some justifications. It's like, okay, we only do this with DAX calculated columns, but they won't really articulate why you shouldn't do the other things, nor can they actually eliminate that they don't do those other things. Well, yeah, I guess sometimes I do those other things, right? So there's no standards out there as to, okay, DAX calculated columns should only be used for these things, right? It makes actually that bleeds into another reason, but like there's just no limiting factor on this, okay? So number 2, the tool doesn't limit it either. The tool lets you do literally anything with DAX calculated columns. All right. So you want to like string some data together. You wanted to create a union. You want to, whatever it is you want to do with DAX calculated columns, you can just pretty much do anything you want. And you can vary and go into all sorts of things that are done much better, much faster, inside of Power Query upstream. Okay, so there's no limiting principle and there's no limits within the tooling to stop you from doing really, really bad things. All right, there's no safety switch. Like you can't even turn on a thing to say limit my DAX calculated columns to best practices. Because there's none, right? So it's just a really big problem. Number 3 reason, you put in a DAX calculated column, that query never folds back to the source, okay? That means you can never, ever, ever use that source system, that SQL server, that Snowflake, that Databricks, that whatever it happens to be. You can never use that really low-cost processing power outside of your environment to process and do the transformations. Even if you've just done all the transformations in Power Query will usually fold that query expression back and not have to take on that load of processing, right? That's one of the great things about Power Query. You throw in a DAX calculated column and your folding is done. All of that stuff just goes away. And like that also means you can never use direct lake and your direct query. You can never do any of those things if you have a calculated column on your report. Okay. This means you're locked into like model size. You're locked into refreshed. It just creates an abundance of issues for you as you go in and load the stuff. And why is that a problem? Well, and this to many people and many companies, this might be the biggest reason, okay? Number 4, you're going to be using the most expensive compute inside of all of Azure to do these calculations and to do these transformations. 99.99999% of all transformations are far less expensive cost-wise, processing-wise, to do it in Power Query, or to do it in SQL Server, or to do it in Direct Lake, or to do it in Databricks, or to do it in Snowflake, or any other place than a calculated column. So there's just absolutely, I mean, if you push it down to that calculated column, that means you're bringing all of that consumption, all of that processing to the most expensive part of your layer. And as we kind of showed in the previous video, nobody has one DAX calculated column, and it's not just in one model, it's in hundreds of thousands of models. You just make your entire platform horribly expensive and difficult for you to manage, okay? Now, that of course leads us right back to like the theme of the entire video. It doesn't depend. Don't say, oh, I'm just doing this, or, well, what if I just do that? Nope. If you're this deep into like, how should you be working inside of Power BI or inside of Microsoft Fabric? Stop it. Stop it. It doesn't depend. All right. So there's no dollars going in the depend jar. Just eliminate using DAX calculated columns. All right. Stop it. Do it elsewhere, okay? Those are the four reasons why you should be eliminating DAX calculated columns. Now, there's other reasons. We're going to be getting into 16 more reasons in future videos. If you found this helpful, leave a comment down below. Share with your friends and family. You know, I know dogs happen to just love talking about DAX. Dax is over there. He is just living his best life. Listen to me talk about Dax. If you found it helpful, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. All the good YouTuber stuff. And if this is just way too much for you, head over to KratosBI.com. Click on Get Me a Data God. It's right at the top. Fill out a little form, and myself or one of the other data gods I work with will shoot you an email, and we'll help you out. You have the best day ever. Peace. Baker Tilly Digital combines strategic industry insight and advanced technical expertise to uncover and solve your digital transformation challenges. If you're interested in learning more, check out our website at bakertilly.com/digital.